Welcome back. A Moses Lake man faces at least 6.5 years in prison after he was convicted of raping an acquaintance. A Grant County jury convicted Mauricio Delgado, a 45-year-old man, of rape in the second degree after 2 hours and 40 minutes of deliberations. Delgado has no previous felony convictions and faces between 6.5 years to 8.5 years in prison, according to state sentencing laws. Delgado found the victim, an acquaintance, walking on the side of Broadway Avenue in June and offered to let her stay in his motel room. When they arrived in the motel room, he propositioned her. After she refused, he raped her. When officers went to Delgado's motel room, he tried to leave out the bathroom window. The State Department of Ecology is seeking public comment on a plan for oil spills in Moses Lake. The area covered in the draft contingency plan includes all of Moses Lake and more than 125 miles of Crab Creek. The plan encompasses the city of Moses Lake to an area just west of Reardon. The draft includes 45 strategies meant to reduce injury to sensitive natural, cultural, and economic resources during an oil spill. Risks in the area include accidents involving fully loaded tank trucks on the Interstate 90 bridge across Moses Lake, or on State Route 17 crossing over Crab Creek or Rocky Ford Creek, leaks in the Yellowstone pipeline that cross Crab Creek in 3 locations and in northeastern Grant County, as well as loaded train tank cars containing tens of thousands of gallons of crude oil or other petroleum products. The comment period runs through April 3rd. All comments received will be reviewed and considered before final approval of the plan. Comments can be mailed to grps@ecy.wa.gov. High school art students can compete in a regional contest offered by the Washington Apple Foundation. The annual Year of the Apple Art Contest is for students in Grant, Adams, Chelan, Douglas, Benton, Franklin, Kittitas, Yakima, and Walla Walla counties. The purpose is to recognize the talents of students raised in tree fruit communities. The artwork must depict real Washington apples. The Washington Apple-themed contest grants more than $1,700 in cash prizes. First place receives $1,000 and will be reprinted on a wall-sized calendar and distributed throughout Apple industry offices in the state. The deadline to submit artwork is June 1st. Entry forms and rules are available on the Washington Apple Foundation website at www.waef.org. In Northwest news, federal agents say they've uncovered a hidden bunker built by a convicted bank robber in suburban Seattle. Bradley Stephen Robinette had been on the run for the last 5 years, but was finally caught last summer. Investigators are now poring over the things stashed in the bunker they found this week, and they believe evidence of more crimes could be hidden inside. KOMO's Luke Ducey has the story.
Sounds good. Thanks a lot. If you walked past it, you might not ever know it was there. Just a small hole in the ground covered by plywood. But walk down inside, and it's clear somebody once stayed here. There are shelves with bottles, an overturned cot with bedding on the floor, several plastic bags, and an old pair of shoes. The bunker is also held up by a series of 2x4s, now rotting from mold that's accumulated over the years.
Mr. Robinette has caches distributed throughout Washington.
Federal agents think convicted bank robber Bradley Stephen Robinette built 2 other bunkers somewhere in the state. They won't say why he built this one in Lake Sammamish. Did he have a connection to the area? But information gathered after his arrest led them right here.
We followed clues that we uncovered through the investigation that read almost like a childhood treasure hunt. We knew to look for a certain type of tree by a certain type of ravine.
Investigators hauled out more than a dozen plastic tubes filled with evidence. They're trying to see if any of it points to Robinette's heists or perhaps other crimes. Robinette was on the run for 5 years after he failed to show up to a Seattle halfway house after prison. Oregon police arrested him in a shopping mall parking lot last year.
We're showing you this today particularly because the public might not be aware that there are caches throughout Washington state that we're seeking.
The FBI thinks Robinette built his bunker 10 years ago and stayed inside while on the run.
And that's going to do it for us here at iFIBER One News. We want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow.